Hi y'all, I am finally filming in front of my cozy fireplace nook, and I'm really excited because for these last two tune tutorials, and I will move on to other kinds of tutorials, but for the last two reels that I still have to do from my album Late Evenings Jam, which is available online on Bandcamp and Spotify. I do appreciate if you guys check them out. But anywho, what I was saying is that this one is going to be of major victory. This is in G major. It's a simple reel in G major, and I want to film this one in the daytime because I know I'm filming in front of a window, which is bad. But at night, I'm going to film minor major conflict, and that may come out before or it may not, I don't know. But I have hung lights up here, you can kind of see them, and I'm going to turn these on, turn those on. It lights up all around here, this bookshelf, you know. It's gonna look super cozy. The shade will be down, the window open still so you can hear the crickets. And because minor major conflict is a very nighttime tune, but major victory is in the sun, because we did it. Victory. We have completed all, however many tunes there are on my album, original tunes. I have taught you all of them on this channel. Wow. So that's why I wanted to film in front of a window, because there's this really cool setup here and I love it. Anyway, we'll get into the tune. This is Major Victory in G major, as I mentioned. Here's the tune. That is not how it goes. That's how you end it once you've played it a second time through. So I hope this goes well, because I really don't want to redo this video. It is hot in front of this window. So here we go. First phrase. That is supposed to be a G natural, not a G flat like I played. I'm doing a wiggle, kind of a sharp, not G sharp, I mean sharp with the bow. Give it a little attack. G major arpeggio, except it has an opening in the middle. Then continues. I think we're still in the first phrase, maybe. I don't know. Yeah. And I'm trying to slow it down for you guys, but yeah. So let's just starting on first finger on the E string, go over to the A string for a G major arpeggio with a string crossing. And you know that you're in tune because it rings. that way. It's always kind of bows in the air or kind of shuffled, or even when you're going fast. So kind of a little bit lifting off the bow there. That's enough on the first phrase. We've already spent 6 minutes on the first phrase. Okay, next phrase. Notes, which are F sharp, little walk up, jump to the D, back down to the C natural, crossover to the F sharp, and the phrase starts on an A. I like to add the fourth finger in. You can see my fourth finger again. Just a scale from the A, open A string. So just go up, and when you reach the C natural, go back down. So you're going up, then you say, oh sorry, I changed my mind, and you go right down. Phrase. And I'm slurring it a lot, so that whole scale was slurred, except for those, and then slur here, always until the last two notes. Third phrase. Yeah, it's the exact same phrase as the first phrase. Sometimes it's hard to keep track in my head, you know. That's a cut. You guys know how to do a cut. It's 2 16th notes to an 8th note, but kind of played fast. And you can use your wrist, but it's really about the arm kind of going up and then down. That's what it would be more with the wrist. I'm not gonna get into that. That's way too complicated. Way too complicated for this video. But anyway. G major arpeggio. With an F sharp stuck in there. And then the ending phrase. And it starts off exactly like the second phrase does. With the scale up. Except here it doesn't just do the scale down, it jumps to an open A. And starts going into thirds. Those are thirds. And then, what is that? 6 6 or something. That's a third. That's the whole B part. And there are no weird variations in that one, I think. Pretty sure. B part. Oh, actually, I'll play the A part through one more time. Actually, so I can do. You can do it the other bowing too, but I sometimes like to go up because it's fun to land. So I just connect it on the up bow. I don't go to the down bow. It's a jump of victory, joy. Joy, whatever. Jump because you're so happy. That's the A part. B part, of course, as with all my tunes, is more complicated. So let's go through it. So those are the connector notes. You've ended on the G. Then you do starting from the first finger on the A string, jump to the D. Those are just little connector notes to get you to the next phrase, which goes like this. Play it again, a couple more times. And that's kind of a weird bowing. After the cut, just keep going on a down bow. And I do a flick there and another up. And that's just F sharp. Goodness. Scale up, jump back. And then up bow again with a flick. G major arpeggio. Pretty normal. That is not normal. That starts on an F sharp. With the second finger on the D string. That's your second finger. But only for one note. Then it goes to G. Back to G major. And it ends on the G string with a B natural. Also on your second finger, so you can just hop over on the open string. So that whole phrase. And then another slur there. With the last two notes separated. Next phrase starts on a C natural. But it's not a C major chord, no, it's like an A minor chord or something. So let's just go over that because it's complicated. So you just are string crossing from G to D, open open A, C natural. Back to the D string. Open A. Over to the E. So that's one. Go back to the D string. Go up to the E string. And a flick on the top note, which is an A. And it's going to go right back to G major, stopping at D major first. That's just a scale down to the A string for the D major. D. So it goes back to G major for the next phrase, which goes, so that whole phrase, I'll just play it 2 more times. And then goes to G major. That's the same as the first phrase, except for here, you don't go to the beat, you go. You stay on the D string. Stick your violin in here. Which gets you to the ending phrase. So that whole thing. And you'd think we would be done, but no, we're not. There's a variation, of course. So this variation starts with the same phrase on the repeat of the B part, of course. Right. But instead of going, you still start with the same notes. But then you just stop on the E. It's one of those lift-offs. The jumps for joy. And then it's normal, I think. Right? Another lift. To the end. And that one I would start with an up bow. So I'll play the whole, excuse my dog's barking. I'll play the whole B part. I hope I didn't mess anything up. Here's the B part. Whole B part. thanks so much for watching all of my tune tutorials. That was a lot of tunes. It took me an entire year to get through all of them. So I hope you enjoyed. All of these are available to listen in their full glory on my album, Late Evening's Jam. These tunes are copyrighted, but I don't mind if you like fun playing them with your friends. Even if you play them in shows, just credit me. And yes, thank you so much for being here. Welcome to everybody who's subscribing. Subscribe. And I don't know what tutorials I'm gonna do next. I did see that someone requested Rose Acre, and honestly, that is a good idea. So I might. So yeah.